Rani for KTN News.
Away from the state of the economy, 4 former IEBC commissioners were forced to resign from their positions. In a presentation to the National Dialogue Committee, former Vice Chair Juliana Cherera, former commissioners Francis Wanderi, Justice Nyangaya and Commissioner Irene Masit said they were forced to quit after they questioned the process that led to the declaration of presidential results. This as Cherera and Masit emotionally narrated how they were forced to flee out of the country for safety following their farm stand. Our reporter Grace Nganga has more.
Been threatened just because we spoke what we saw and what.
1 year after yet another election that saw a fallout at the electoral body, 4 commissioners, famously known as Cherera 4, came out to speak on the ordeal that led to the chaos at the Bomas of Kenya.
Tallied the results from the constituencies, and they were tallied by a hard-picked number of people who worked with the chairman.
Announced results which are over 100%, and we have not been given contact for or summaries we wrote from constituencies to confirm whether what we announced and what has been 30%. Up to today, we've never seen from 34C.
Of all the results from all the constituencies in the country, that is the result form. We ought to submit that was never submitted to us.
And in an emotional statement, Masit and Cherera narrated how they were forced to flee, leaving behind their loved ones in search of safety.
The Facebook, in all social media, was saying, I've never stepped in my home since that time. I've never been condemned in Nairobi. That time we had, there was talk. Even the 1/3 when I'm doing the case. So we are living at the mercy of people outside. I am in my late 40s, and I have a young family. My last born is 7 years old. It was bad even in school. Our social life was really tortured.
The former commissioners told the National Dialogue Committee that there is need to open the servers and audit the 2022 presidential elections in search of closure on who was right between them and the team that okayed the elections that announced President William Ruto as the 5th president.
This election be audited. The servers should be opened and a forensic audit should happen. Should open the servers, include even ballot boxes, because we don't know if all the ballot papers, the 2 sets were used or not. Because when the issue came out, it was agreed in Bomas with all political parties that ballot paper 1 or 2 should not be used and should be kept.
They urged for more explicit descriptions of roles, responsibility and accountability mechanisms for commissioners and increased parliamentary oversight through a joint bipartisan committee.
Have a problem or with a chair that does things unilaterally? Do we just sit and watch?
Chebukati, who was amongst the persons who had been invited by the committee, declined to appear, affirming that appearing before the committee will be tantamount to betraying the IEBC staff who were tortured and murdered during the election period.